And the boys have in store.
As per usual, the armored P250 to equalize the range. For these long-range engage, it's Rain that will take a pot shot or two. Not supported. In fact, he's actually posturing to try and be the early warning sign. FaZe have gone for a 4-to-1 division, and Rain responsible to call when he feels a little too pressured.
This is where Rain does his absolute best work over towards this A position, right? On the pistol round, a little bit different. They've gone for a 4-man B, lean that rotation, starting to posture and head back over now, but Rain cannot get caught out of position. The bomb still over towards the B site. They pushed him. Have any plays for info here, and Simple looking for exactly that. The jump spot towards the dice box. He's going to get baited in. The flash is no good, but Rain, he still gets the kill. Number advantage here for FaZe.
Can they build upon the advantage?
It's a retake setup. They can get in.
This. They could even tap one here. Oh, what a shot! Just as the molly lands, he still hits it into bit. Now NaVi are really struggling. karrigan extends their lead, but the bomb will go down. Cash in the coffers at the bare minimum, and it might just be that, yeah. FaZe quick to get back onto the site. Is that 3 for 3 in pistols?
Yeah, looking real good for FaZe in that column. Great way to kick off the choice of NaVi here. We know we have Ancient coming up next as the third. Bomb does go down, likely to see a force bar behind this. It's great from Rain to take down Simple, but that one from Twistzz, that is beautiful.
I mean, you couldn't ask for more, right? You boost him up. There, you have about 1 second before you have to dismantle.
But the util's destined for that position, so just ahead of those flames right there, costing Bit his life. And NaVi have some questions to ask themselves here. I say likely a force. Well, I guess they want to get the AKs out as early as they can, and
well, that's
as early
early
as they can. Yeah, once again, Simple going to be equipped, and we've seen this time and time again. Going to be gifted it by Electronic. Remembering the Zeus days. They've had success with that man in this very place. You don't just want to throw away this AK purchase, right? You want to make sure that it's hidden until you can guarantee yourself a duel. So, waiting to see where they'll be blocked. Initially, connector presence forced back by the smoke. The flash on SDY is interesting. We have to keep our eyes on that and how it gets used later within the piece. And I mentioned Rain. His presence alone, when you go and you watch some FaZe demos, is aggressive, either long, bathrooms, up towards party, pushing into playground. He's a nuisance. You want to make sure that you can rein him in early, pardon the pun. Make sure that he can't get away with his usual hijinks because he will cause massive issues. So we will have to see if that's a part of NaVi's game plan here early on the T side, but repositioning once more. Electronic now parked in the upper bathrooms with information, back towards B, and plenty on the other side for Simple here.
He's certainly present in the grand final, made that clear. Monster smoke is fading. SDY to facilitate. Twistzz, blind, karrigan, dead. Oh, they're gonna get them both. Simple, the hero AK, heroic into the site. They were counting on him, and now he's down. Bomb needs to be 2. A messy spray. Brokey could get overrun, but it's only pistols around them. SDY punching in the code. It's Rain as well from the top rope. They'll peek in unison. The Shadow, he's aware, still catches him. And a quick reposition. 2 different angles of assault now. Hunting him down. What a shot! Electronic, no armor on that. But he pulls the trigger first, and look what it's done.
Get out of the sight, Simple. With one flash, I said it might come in handy, enabling that monster push, setting up the superstar, the greatest to ever do it, cracks open B, and we're back into the force by wars here. Get that AK, get out of dodge. I don't think they're going to be scooping that one up, and M4 will do for Electronic. But what more can you ask of the man? You give him the AK, and he's going to deliver.
He's just the player we all want to be. Give me the AK. Who cares if we lost the pistol?
We spoke about this yesterday. If that type of purchase is going to come through, he has to find something, right? 1 kill, great, but look at this. He doesn't even see the guy on the grate. Has time to readjust, Twistzz goes down, and yeah, you want to come take the fight? I'm still here. Electronic, the hand to the king with the kill that seals it. And the frustration, sure, after you do so much hard work, but they do get the round on their side and force FaZe into a bit of a tail spin. Deagles around the save den 4 for Brokey. Rain up to his usual tricks, the Deagle spotting the cross. Gonna go for a sandbag boost. We've seen this before out of FaZe. They might be able to catch SDY. If they boost on up the foot, or the feet, as it were, could be spotted if he pushes too far forward. They're flubbed that one and probably worried about sound cues. If anybody's close towards Monster, they would have heard that. They have to call it off. But look at this interesting purchase from Bit into the Krieg here.
100% accuracy on that first bullet, so with an accuracy like that, with a player like that, so it could certainly be quite the combination. Deep smoke. Now that already gets the alarm bells ringing.
Well, last round we focused on the AK of Simple. This round, it's not just the M4 of Brokey. The Deagles need to get the info, allow him to rotate in position. And right here, so far, so good. Bit definitely saw a leg there.
They're coming for you. Brokey needs to be set up. Backs are turned, bodies are dropped. Electronic down. Brokey not out, needs another, does deliver. Bit gone, Simple spotted, but they're into the site. He's getting swung on, shut down. 2 from the Ropsteeg. If he could have just found the center of mass still. This mass is not done. karrigan preaching, pushing, 1 and done. Simple holds on to that. FaZe do humble them though.
And we don't continue with the force by wars. They deal with it immediately. And this T side, it has to be the conversation. Maybe a fan favorite here, Crimbo in the building. But this is messy on the side. Look at how much damage they're able to do here, right? It's the CT side, you will have to concede. Simple making sure to mop up the spray. And an important round to win because they know that that likely means a 3rd round here, a 3rd consecutive round for NaVi, and they want to keep this one a little bit cleaner than the last 2.
It's a little floaty, but I don't often see Blade celebrating rounds in the background. He really was happy with that, and you know, for the reasons you've outlined.
Well, think about where we're at right now in the meta. It's very CT heavy. Anything that they can post here on the T side past this point, well, there's a couple of kills. Perfecto and Simple in combination, looking to clean out the B site. Rob's still alive. Robs was still alive, and now it is just Rain. The USP about to be run down by Bit.
He could use an extra $600, and that's exactly what the Mac 10 kill will provide.
Well, this is where a couple of issues for FaZe within the early stages really start to mount, because you will not be able to afford the AWP on Brokey into the first quote-unquote gun round, which means that these CT side woes could continue here.
And we talk about it often, but there's no map quite like Overpass in terms of CT or finding openings, being dynamic.
Especially a player like Brokey, right, who isn't afraid to take those risks, and those type of picks that he can take are ones that could really catch NaVi off guard.
Well, you wanted to catch him off guard. This is a complete change-up from the CTs. They're bringing the fight. 2 Simple, 2 Perfecto. It's normally just Rain, but he's got 2 in support, and already NaVi cut down to just 3. Bit happy to upgrade.
FaZe have to convert this one now. We mentioned the fact that there's no AWP in play here, so they do it with bodies. They throw themselves into that connected position. But Electronic, aware that they're going to play the number advantage here, is taking this space quite quickly. We should stay on board with Electronic here, because he's going to pass them like ships in the night. You can see the reposition from Rain and Robs up towards the bathroom position. It's just Bit who needs to hold the line here and not go down. Unfortunately, the timing favors him. But look how far forward Electronic is during all of this.
Yeah, the internal timer in Rain.
He's between the 2 of them.
Yeah,
they've split them up.
Oh, this is going to be some real fruity duels. Bit brave. Back turned. None the wiser.
He won't see Rain here, which might lull Electronic forward.
Electronic is so close, and Rain, he doesn't realize just how close he is to utter destruction. Rob's got nothing to report. Rain catches Bit, but it's Electronic, and he's got the sight to himself.
And Robs is still going to be behind them here. A second element of aggression that maybe NaVi won't be accounting for here. This name could be destined to take Electronic out of the rounds. Instead, towards SDY, isn't going to land on the market, but a 2-on-4 on the side. This is not going to be easy.
You need kills, you need them now. Twistzz obliges. And SDY can get nothing done. We will see FaZe close that gap, and convincingly so. Off the back of that aggression. Overpass is notorious. I remember the OGs forging a path with aggression on the CT side, and it still works to this day, and 3 AKs saved.
Yeah, that's going to have to look at this. Yeah. And we talk about the fact that they were able to split that on the timing. It was perfect, but Rain was aware that Electronic could have pushed up. We saw the position he played with a late glance, taking down Bit, who could have been a real issue in combination. So the aggression towards Connector really set FaZe up for that second round of play. And NaVi had so much money to opt for an AWP. Simple even has residual cash to buy one. Brokey, the flash, I think Monacy wants to have a word.
Sure is quick, though. As is that nade. Rain down the gullet of 2. You're certainly not going to have that same exchange in Underpass. Now,
look at this. This is very brave. Just to creep into a smoke when you know how much teams like to spam through the boards over towards B. It's been quite brave with the pathing here, but a lot of space taken. They're going to poke their heads up quickly here, and this is where Rain is going to be put on a lot of pressure.
Yeah, Brokey on high alert now. He spotted them. Doesn't consider a repeat, just safe, looking to confirm the numbers.
Might try and squeeze here onto Rain. Bits coming towards long, but Brokey too. Car crash.
Oh, Brokey's providing perfect support. Oh, dear! What a shot out of Bit. First bullet into the jumping Brokey. But Rain's still here, and well, that might change.
He's pinned, he can't get
He's
out.
hunting him down, yeah, Rain is under so much pressure. Perfecto's been caught out, the flash has been eaten, and this should be Bit! It's not, and Rain gets his bullets in time, another chance and more damage. Electronic deep into the site, burrowed into bank, drops Twistzz, trying to forge a path back into the site 25. It's NaVi's round. If they could just get it down. Planting on the dice.
Smoke's a bit scuffed there. They can actually use that if they want to play behind it here, and Robs has flashes. If they wanted to do this by the book phase, they should save. This isn't a round that they can really contest. No residual cash on Brokey, nothing for Rain, but they're currently hanging around here to see if they can find anybody from NaVi overstepping the mark. karrigan's called them off, and that'll be the round for NaVi. See how much that was all on that fight towards Rain in upper bathrooms, because Brokey knows that he's on his own. He can't really assist him as much. He has to play a little bit closer, can't play any AWP angles. And the fact that Bit hits that shot, right, it's a scorcher of a shot. It's on a jump. That's all Brokey did for this round. Jump dice box, jump long, dead. He doesn't even get a chance to fight. So Bit with a really big opening there.
And talking of big openings, NaVi, T-side overpass, losing the pistol.
Here it is again.
Yeah, that's
Bang.
the shot.
Yeah, show us that one more time.
Oh.
You can even see that he's trying to strafe in the air away from that, so he's not giving away too much. The real G's don't put down their mouse to scratch their face.
No, that's
I love
super
it.
glued onto his palm. And that was the last death from FaZe.
Important saves, right, for FaZe. They are playing it by the book here. They facilitate themselves another buy, but NaVi can break them here. Take everything away, remove all the rifles, and this time it's a clear change of pace, a clear change of intention. Nades being lined up. Twistzz currently not jumping. Ah, he's going to cop him. They're coming over.
Oh, I thought he was going to edge closer. 65. Plenty for him to operate with.
That information doesn't mean a whole lot early, right? You know there's 3 players back towards the backyard of B, sure. It's helped Simple get a little bit more forward, and it's forced FaZe into more of a passive stance. Getting louder in here.
It really is.
A bit of lull in gameplay here, unless FaZe are the ones who want to take a bit of initiative. Getting karrigan fortified to the close monster position.
Got to give credit to SDY as well. He's keeping a lot of CT's feet planted with minimal presence.
It's a job that doesn't get a lot of credit being an anchor, right? You have to relay a lot of information, you have to lock it down, and when they come your way, you have to silence the aggression. Oh, Simple. There's a hole in that door. You will need to swing it open, just having a glance. In combination with Perfecto, now 40 seconds left in late round NaVi. Look at all the nades they have left with 35 seconds on the clock. Smokes, flashes, mollies, and someone might just go dry.
Gets the info and gets a bullet between the eyes. Twistzz plucks his brow. Rotate on its way now. Electronic, he's going to have to try and open up here. Brokey spots them out. Util flies through. They are going to be so light on time. SDY, he's at the back of the pack. Good Util, but here comes karrigan. Stabs them in the back. NaVi to lose it all. Electronic as well. Spotless from FaZe Clan.
Necessary round, and especially in the way that they've won that there. Remember the financial troubles they were going to find themselves in. That is a huge round, and the fact that it's no casualties whatsoever, of course that's going to force Blade into a timeout. I'm sure he didn't like how that went down. It looked like Simple was being set up with a flash, probably took matters into his own hands, said, I'm just going to peek. You can't peek into Twistzz like that. Maybe getting a bit of a telling off here with how that one unfolded. Maybe a stern talking to in the early stages, because remember the financial situation. If you keep FaZe under the thumb early and you don't let them build a residual bank, they're going to have big issues. But the fact they get away with this one. Whew.
And in the individual duels as well, the FaZe squad rivaling the firepower of NaVi.
Looks like a Simple who knows he made a bit of a mistake right there, doesn't it? They obviously put a lot on him, and in the early stages, he did get them going. Think about the 2 rounds that he's won that are almost, I don't want to say game-defining because they didn't win Inferno, but he got them started. He got the party started for NaVi over there with a Deagle round on the CT side of Inferno.
He does hold himself to a high standard. He almost looked upset after the 3 that it wasn't 4.
Where the hell are the orbs?
Throughout this whole grand final so far.
It's been very few and far between.
Yo, look at this.
This is interesting.
Yeah, off angle bit, not ready for that. Brokey mixing it up, the trade, hunted down, Electronic meets his demise. And they're trying to kick open the B site. This is a time-sensitive mission. It forces Util. The whole squad here without the bomb. So unlikely to see a full commit. That's a lot of ground covered, but they want to take that turf back. SDY, oh, he just looked into it. Stared into the sun, but alive and kicking. FaZe happy to oblige with these duels. karrigan. Tickled. Perfecto. Oh, he does catch. Oh, dear! The bodies are dropping, and Brokey finds himself alone on the site. Now he clears out SDY, and nothing else. It falls silent.
An opportunity now. Rain has gone around the world, cleared out longs, seen absolutely nothing whatsoever, trying to contain the rotation back, but they're happy to give up the site. Brokey's position, they want to play retake B.
Giving NaVi this room.
Objective down here
to be planted. Brokey bides his time. Starting to regroup. Simple responsible for the plan. Brokey versus Perfecto. They're starting to warm into it. Perfecto, 2 crucial kills. Puts Robs on notice. Playing retake, sure, but now it's just the one man. Estonia's finest. You want to get to Perfecto, you have to get through Simple. And Robs, yeah, some damage, sure, but he's not allowed to exit.
3 kills from Perfecto in a round like that, and not only 3 kills, it was a 3v5 situation.
And on the T side.
Yeah, so it's really going to put a lot of context to win a round like this, right? They just stayed 3 of them fighting at B. This was fantastic in combination. SDY was actually able to grab one there that facilitated the 2v3 situation, and then Perfecto bodyguarding Simple. It's not often you see Simple, the man getting the bomb down.
Yeah, faith in Perfecto.
Well, the AWP, we were calling for it. Brokey has come out here to play. FaZe against the ropes as far as the finances again here. This is an important round for them as NaVi, they have a 2-round lead here on the T side of Overpass.
Their game plan involved it. And now Brokey. Oh, he's got one, but surely dead. Oh, Brokey shutting NaVi down with the double. Electronic and necessary trade, and look at this, knife out, charging. He knows there's gaps. An AWP likely indicates it was a solo hold. Rain's arrived now, and oh, in the open. Robs extends that deficit to 2-man advantage, and it's very early doors. Brokey manufactured this.
Do they want to try and retain the AWP and save it, or do they want to hide the AWP, right? They could pick this up, they could remove it from play. They know where the finances are at here. Perfecto and SDY try their luck. You're going to have to walk into Twistzz, and he's been more than handy. He does absolutely everything for this team and still remains a star. A lot of grit work from a player like Twistzz. 45 seconds on the clock, worried they've been boxed in. You can see just how tentative they are about all the corners, all the pushes, all the problems. We're getting the best out of both these teams, bouncing back into situations. Inferno was a great introduction to that for this best-of-5 series. I think now we'd likely see them just going to retain these weapons. 3 seconds on the clock, the AWP scooped up. I think FaZe have done enough here, or Brokey has done enough here. It's great when you see it come out and it immediately finds impact. I think they're aware that if they limit this going forward, Brokey won't be able to make another maneuver like that. The win bonus is great. Still problems there as FaZe will once again make this one a 1-round game.
Still haven't seen anything consecutive from this defense.
Here it is again for Brokey. Right, the second one is great, and it's Simple he takes down. You think Simple would be pretty good on the trade in that situation here. This is the only real issue. You pointed out how quick Electronic wanted to take that space back, but 2 players to deal with that. The AWP now in Simple's hands. They're like a relay race here. More than happy to hand the baton over. Let's see what he can get done.
Oh, he took a lot of damage there, and Bit still braves the flames. 35, that's a lot of damage. That will certainly limit his options, and that gets worse for NaVi. Over the smoke by his own design, Rain catches Perfecto, and look at this information. Smoked off SDY. And they confirm.
Full map control. Full map control.
Oh yeah, long, fountain.
They're condemned basically to T-spawn. It's really not what you'd be looking for here if you're NaVi, and especially with Bit as the walking wounded, Bogdan's Law comes into play. They were so cheeky there. They used a one-way smoke for Broken. He looked through towards Fountain, and they did the same with Rain and Connector. So they were looking for the openings there. They weren't just using those smokes to block.
Felt so good with the double out of Brokey. Now karrigan clotheslines Electronic. He should go down. Bit with the low HP uses that AWP well.
Just Twistzz here right now.
It could get awkward, especially with only the MP9. Simple's coming. Circling in, Twistzz holds his nerve and the trigger. SDY will get them back into it, but they're so low. 71 points of health between the 2 remaining NaVi players.
Might be more of the same from the last rounds here, unless they can walk through Monster and find a kill. It's not going to be easy. This is a great combination, a great little setup you can see here, just spotting for the top of the dome, and then Rops will swing. Well, they change positions.
It's pretty quick on this, and the headshot's in. SDY pays a heavy blood price. So low in a 2-on-2. Rain trying to play a dangerous game. Bit is posted, trying to deny. He knows they're low, susceptible to a single bullet, but he doesn't know. And SDY damage means nothing with Bit on the AWP. Can he do anything with this? So young and not enough. A quick trade, well spaced, and that's Brokey. He's low too, but punishing that bolt.
It's 4 consecutive rounds right now. Actually, could even be 5 here, where opening kills have gone in the favor, and that's an old school one. Rain really rolling back the clock there. Just playing over the cusp of the smoke in the connector position. But opening deaths are a real problem for NaVi, or opening kills are a real promising sign for FaZe here as they start to rebuild this CT half. 5-5, we're all leveled up here, and we'll just have to be pistols. That's what NaVi are going to be looking to change. Hey, when we see these smokes, when we see these games, we cannot be giving away those openings. We need to make sure that we're keeping all 5 alive for the map control, because it's difficult to do on a map like Overpass.
Yeah, we're going to have more contact early again. It's ballsy from Rain. It's more ballsy from Brokey. They got pistols. He's going to get run down. AWP falls into enemy hands. But that's it. Rops ensures the round is theirs. Perfecto known. Unloads his mag. And a nice finish. Only 3 more of those required. Perfecto, no armor. A little bit of hope. And it's taken from him. But you're talking about openings, the fact that they're still trying with these aggressions, Chad, there is a clear formula at play here.
Yeah, they have confidence in the numbers there, right? So the fact that they're so far forward, I think in a high-level game of Counter-Strike like this, pistols, whatever, you know that you're susceptible in every single round. So the fact that they're here together as a unit, locking this down, I love this from karrigan. He's only doing that to help out Rops, right? He's making sure that if there's anybody in the smoke, Rops can continue to swing. It's gonna be the 2nd timeout for Blade. Again, direct eye contact, right? Blade looking at you, he's giving you a clear message here. This isn't a coach taking a timeout so you can have a discussion. He's letting you know how things need to proceed forward here. 5 is great for NaVi early, but FaZe, they're making a real conversation for this. They did it over there on Inferno, right? They felt down in the dumps, and karrigan stuck to the guns with his calls, and he got them back in it. They're back in it now, taking the lead. First time in this game.
Yeah, I mean, you think about the muscle on this FaZe roster. Sure, threatening on the T side, but when the CT side is charging at you, you feel it here as well. Rain, you can't be serious. He wants another go. He wants another taste. A nade and an escape. Its presence, it will rot the clock a little. A re-aggress as well from FaZe. Look at this. Every different part of the map, a new protocol to retake that control. And now with that door open, Simple's options are limited. Not posted up on it, and they can slink past them for access into this battle for Banana.
how their game plan started early for NaVi, right? It was making sure Rain couldn't get up to the aggressive maneuvers, and now they've been gifted that again without a death. So for NaVi, this is exactly what you want within the early stages. The difference is Brokey being a nuisance with the AWP. If they want to pivot back late, Twistzz and Brokey, I don't think they're going to relinquish this position. They'd have to be spammed, they'd have to be mollied. Maybe that's exactly what Electronic's lining up here.
It feels like a B take upon the initial arrival of Util. And SDY will ensure that they believe it. Wow, what a spray.
They really needed that from him, and normally he's anchoring. He's been facilitated there for a fight, and he delivers. So massive stuff from SDY.
Rops does not budge. And Simple's been clear in every corner in the game. 25. Rops on the jiggle. Pushing up long. Rain across. He's going to go down to bit.
He's not
swinging. Up to Rops! Okay! Some collateral damage. Simple aware of Brokey. Bomb down, but Brokey does pluck it from the back and ooh! Whistles past the ear of Electronic. They hold on. SDY going to be there to confirm.
Look at the util. Look at Twistzz. Smoke, molly, flash. A nade for Brokey here. It could all be well placed.
There's legs to this. Lines it up, drops it down, limits the options of NaVi and goes hunting. They were flashed, but still Electronic prevails, and that marks the end of round 12. We tie things up.
SDY solved a lot of problems there. He gets the opening kill, but he also flanks all the way through spawn. It means they know that the players have to be coming through the bathroom or long position. A really important round there from SDY. You need to sing his praises when he's able to contribute like that, because this is a new environment for him.
And it feels a lot easier for FaZe if they aren't dealing with a dead karrigan and the potential that SDY has company. Yeah, just got his vision.
The crowd wasn't impressed by that smoke. I didn't hear anything from them.
I think I've seen
very
this before.
standard. Yeah, if you can't be doing that one, you got to watch Rushley's future pro tips.
Okay, well we know how this script goes. It's Brokey.
B with 4 here.
A lot of early NaVi bodies over towards this part of the map. Short water.
It's a great call from karrigan. Look where they're currently congregating.
He's clearing. Oh, perfect. Rops just as the crosshair pulls away. He reveals himself. Cuts SDY down, but the fact he's so proactive and forward. The B anchor already in short water. You can see FaZe are working it out.
They're so committed to be here, FaZe. They understand, or at least they're trying to stay a step ahead, and a different boost, a different look. Notice how Rain is always the pedestal. He's not the one on top. And the reason is, if they know that Rain's over towards this side, they'll know that it's likely a stack. So the little details here from FaZe.
NaVi cut noise.
Pushing. There might be a flash here.
Really? karrigan. Whoa! Snaps in too. Simple levels the odds. Charging forward. Bomb retrieved. Chipped away at by Rain. Angle's solid, another crossfire. They're keeping it so dynamic, and here comes Perfecto trying to right the ship. Not good for it first. Simple asked to close. A 1 versus 3, he'll start to play the games as he tightens his laces. And there's a good chance he's going to be heard.
He can smoke, he can molly, he can get himself into the site here. Brokey listening for the steps. He's just going to throw a bit of a weird one here to get the bomb down.
Oh, spotted. Brokey panicking, alone. Wants to do
has
it
to
with
plant
his
now. He doesn't have a
teammate.
choice.
Simple has to. And a no-scope into the smoke. Simple's got it down. Brokey does finish with the no-scope. Got a little scary there. A team ace for FaZe. Every member with the frags. A roller coaster of emotions. NaVi, it's a T-Hall, sure, but they just keep throwing new things into the mix.
Look how proactive they were, right? You could see so many different multitude of ways that they were getting stuck in. And Brokey, that is a risk. That is a massive risk. The fact that he's taken that chance, I understand he wants to deny the plant. That's one thing. But if that went horribly wrong, if he goes down, Simple repositions, still a bit of utility, you know that Rops is still likely rotating in. And again, a chop and change, this time 3 towards A. Simple's AWP is out. We're getting to the dying stages here.
Oh, they're going to clash head on. Two Titans on the Zoom banger posted now. Does he really brave it? Yeah, Simple's got you booked. as the NaVi compulsory opener is provided by Simple. His 13th.
We'll get to see if this is the difference maker, right? Remember that spree of rounds I was talking about FaZe finding the openings? Well, in the previous they just won. They found it through that nifty little boost. Drawn back is Bit. They know that Rain likes to reside here, but you know who doesn't normally hold this position? It's Twistzz.
Yeah, and they're set up perfectly, accounting for the flashbang. Clear, Bit down, and this becomes a 4-on-4. Simple does not necessarily guide and push NaVi into a site with that opening.
This might free Rain up here. He can actually start looking for a bit more information. Could be extremely crucial, but the next man who looks to be tested here is karrigan, the leader. He needs to step up for FaZe right now because NaVi, they are surrounding him.
Oh, it's a power play. karrigan got so much in front of him. So he's looking, what an adjustment. Perfecto has maybe sealed the 7th.
And he's not
just
here for
like
them again.
that.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. They've really just been keeping them in the dumps here, NaVi, right? I know that in the last couple, it's really been better from FaZe, but this is about recovery on the CT side of a CT-sided map. NaVi's map choice, and we're going to be tied up 7-7. And all started with a simple opener. So as we go into round number 15, again, it's going to be about who's going to draw that first blood. And we'll remind you, FaZe still yet to lose a map here at Cologne. Their run in 2022. Sure, there's been a couple of close ones, but it's been spotless.
And there were a couple of seeds of doubt planted, fresh out of Antwerp into Dallas and absent. But FaZe clearly, I mean, when you've got this much talent, this much respect, this much pedigree, and lifting that major trophy, marking the start of FaZe being in this conversation for world #1.
This is very simple for Simple. I think some of the keys here, right? You talk about FaZe, that doubt, post-major hangover, you know, you get that out of the way. You're able to get the biggest trophy in Counter-Strike. You've already won Katowice earlier in the year with the whole Rain, Rops substitute situation with JKS coming in. But if you take Katowice, you take the major, you take Cologne, they're the big trophies. They're the ones that matter.
They're trying their luck. SDY's done a lot of good work from this position, and there's a lot of pace on that. I think SDY's called for backup. Too many uncertainties, too many question marks. Rain a little more aggressive than usual as well. There's going to be a clash on multiple fronts at the same time. Hard to track. Perfecto ready! How does he anticipate that? But there's the payoff of this aggression's on to B.
They know it's 2, so they can really start getting a move on now over towards A, knowing the rotation is going to be extremely far away. Twistzz and karrigan hightailing it back to help out this A defense. Brokey and Rob stand tall on the site. And NaVi are coming
to break them. On the first jiggle, Rops has his light snuffed out. Attack back. It's just a scout. Brokey can do nothing more with it. karrigan trying his luck. Bit fakes out on Optimus. Nice shot. But Twistzz, what is possible with 20 HP? Heard, noted. Perfecto in the off angle, collects an 8th. NaVi's map pick. Still yet to break FaZe. But it's a good haul into the second half of play.
I fucking love overtime. People are getting a little bit shaky.
Let's fucking go, boys.
Let's go, boys.
Insane mentality, come back, okay?
Yeah, let's go. You smoke mid. Smoke.
All along. Flash playground.
Flashing mid.
I think they started 4 guys B.
Focus B,
no,
think?
Yeah, I think they
Are
started.
you guys going long or no?
I'm gonna fake
We're going
B
mid.
soon, okay? I'm gonna fake B now.
Yeah.
Rock. Dead. Deep, maybe long.
Shoot,
Go back.
No response there from Shiro on the 4v5 advantage. They accelerate towards A.
I'll fucking push.
Sign.
Hold him, hold
Sign
him.
off. Long. Still sign.
Track.
Oh, hang on, wait.
Pushing, banana.
Peek. It's dead. Two. Up on A.
Let's go back.
They're just keeping Gambit moving right now. karrigan's about to walk into B.
No one's there. Hold it. We'll have a look. Knife out still gets the frag.
One guy pushed him.
No, that's the guy.
Okay.
Slow.
Savage me.
Watcher.
One heaven. You need to kill him.
Yeah.
But he's there. You can plant.
Yeah. Playing Sandbag.
I have heaven. Heaven dead. I'm going monster.
Oh, CT.
I'm peeking, okay? Where is he?
Oh, ABC.
Peeking right side. Let's peek.
Fucking good boys, man. Fucking good entry.
Brokey with the ace right there. Overtime kicks off and Brokey steps up. That is insane.
We fucked up the ramp boost and I saw him.
The reigning champions on their map pick our second map of a best-of-5 grand final, and it is quite the grand spectacle. A guarantee of confirming who the world #1 is upon its conclusion. Reigning champions against the first Cologne final for FaZe. 9 times karrigan and Rain have headed to this event. Never before have they walked out on the Sunday. We're heading on into the second half now. We've swapped sides. NaVi to show us their defense. It's FaZe Clan. karrigan pulling the strings of their T side.
Well, this is where NaVi do their absolute best work on this map. SDY, he's joined the team. They've played it 3 times. They're currently undefeated and coming their way.
SDY catches a long-range Glock. He looks for more. Interesting. Brokey confirms at least 1 long.
Brokey's really found himself on this stage. It's fantastic. They're on Inferno, still happy to go for some of these aggressive maneuvers. FaZe looking for their 4th pistol in 2 maps.
Good point. Yet to see NaVi actually convert one of these. And they're usually discussed as a 50-50.
Got the space they're looking for here, but NaVi reading the play correctly with the stack. He saw something. Load him out there from Simple, communicating information divider. Rops is on the lurk. It's Electronic, the man tasked with dealing with that. But here comes the execute. The Gooshes, they're huge from Rain.
How are they using their Glocks like this? It's like they got the long barrel. Brokey finishes off the SDY, and Bit not long for the world either. Brokey strings together 2. It's Electronic to try as hard as he might. Now Perfecto is the unknown entity. FaZe feel like they just have to putt it in at this point, but they're not ready for this. Oh, Perfecto! Misses it, misses his chance, still strikes into karrigan. Rain on notice, concerned
One
now.
bullet.
And on the reload, his options start to fade, start to dwindle. The kit needs to be retrieved, but it's Rain that's peppering him down. A quick click though, and a kit retrieved. Rops can close this, but he's not planted for him. Twistzz has to be careful with his life. P250 at range, run down. 4 pistols out of 4.
You'll take those. You will gladly take those. And just striking with accuracy. FaZe, beautiful stuff from Brokey, just an SDY packing, but Rain, this was just beautiful.
Whoa.
It's exactly what you want from him. They storm into the site, they deal with the stack, and when you know that you're coming into the stack and you're dealing with it, it feels even better to win the pistol round in that fashion.
Perfect cam to summarize the options that were available to him.
And you actually get the best out of all the players there. Rain and Brokey on the way in, finding the entries and the damage. Rops to close the round. Exactly what karrigan needs from his team, but look at this, NaVi. They trust Simple with their life, and they're going to give him a FAMAS to work with. His connector looking to be locked down. karrigan's going to throw the flames. They will have to fight. This is... Oh, it was meant to spread the smoke. They might not clear.
2 Molotovs into that. Do they assume? karrigan clears.
Bit surrounded.
Bit. Run on down, the MAC-10 does profit. Electronic
Oh.
reveals himself. Rain staring at it. Still, oh, a lovely angle. Over, jumping. It's hectic, and no bullets and no hope. We just have 5-7 and a deagle to get through, chew through. FaZe set for collection of their 9th.
Yeah, look good. Like, Electronic could have stayed lying in wait, but he wasn't to know it. He's trying to contribute there, make sure that they don't just get past him and get over towards that A site, but they're coming back in towards this. SDY and Perfecto, both with pistol upgrades. The door's about to swing open.
Perfecto, no slouch. Good flash. One down. SDY with 2! Now they know immediately what that means.
Ooh, thought he was going to be on hot pursuit there. karrigan's just going to run to the site and get the bomb down. Now, if this was simple, you might see him go for this 1-on-2 situation, but likely just to see him save and carry this through the next round. Most exciting finish, but now it's just holding on to this AK. Did a lot of damage there. Look, it's only Galil's left over. And SDY worried about somebody dealing with his position. So damage done, sure, but FaZe will get the round. They're continuing to get these pistols. Last time around in the first half, they won the pistol, lost the force. This time around, at least they deal with the force. And it's actually going to put NaVi in a bit of a precarious position now on this CT side. FaZe are going to have an opportunity to build in. And it could get worse if Twistzz gets ever closer towards SDY looking for a safe haven.
Worth mentioning as well how closely matched they are. You know, we've watched FaZe, we've watched NaVi in their semi-finals, and at times they make their opponents look, trying to find an appropriate word, foolish. There we go. I mean, it looks just like 2 very different levels of play when they're on their A game. We saw it in both of those semis at times.
This is the conversation when you come into a bracket like this and you have the world number 1, the world number 2, and then the other 4 teams are all outside the top 10. Right? The conversation at that point has to be destined for this final. And Electronic, yeah, his frustration is starting to build here. I think he's becoming more and more animated as this in-game leader role really starts to take its toll.
I'm sure you can empathize.
Yeah, it does get very frustrating. SDY is going to be allowed to retain this. The flash forward from Bit to facilitate the peak, and SDY steps up with 1, but it's done immediately. Simple is going to get it out of his hands, but karrigan, a swift kill onto Simple. Problems dealt with.
His awareness of that situation was pinpoint precise. It's only Bit, and well, he's caught out karrigan, finishes him with the USP, and still alive. Wow.
Should be dead here. Look at these pins.
What is he doing? Oh! He hits the shot! Brokey blind! Just gets away with that. That nearly spiraled. Bit makes a lot out of a little. A flashbang and a USP starter pistol. Trade required.
Oh.
How is this getting so costly?
Wait. They walk past each other. He can see him. See you later. It looked dicey for a moment there, but as soon as Rop's got one of those awkward timings again.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Bit.
How blind was Brokey here, right? Because this kill... Oh, yeah, pretty damn flashed. That was actually very fortunate. Ooh, you don't see that out of Bit. You don't see that out of Bit.
Okay. Well, I imagine when your in-game leader's venting his frustrations, it's easy to kind of follow suit. But that's very uncharacteristic. FaZe are clearly under their skin right now. Pulling hangnails, and NaVi, SDY tries his luck at the wallbang.
This is so fast. They're just up and in the face. karrigan has a lot of space here. He's surely noted the sound cues.
Yeah, Bit's really, really concerned. A lot of question marks. He has the support structure now. It's rotated through. Simple. SDY to provide a barrage of util upon request. Electronic may go looking for answers here. He may hear things as well, but lines up the monster smoke. It's well timed. You can see Rops was just digging his heels in, and now so are NaVi, setting up to receive.
Electronic and Perfecto have to stop them here. The rotation's quite far away.
You need a multi-kill. Great contribution from Electronic, but Perfecto blind! Electronic, a double! But the site is lost, and Simple, he's not done. Trying to get his squad back into this second map, back into this B bomb site. He's got info on 2 of them. 1 planted, 1 short, he says. He decrees. Has damage into the box. SDY already onto Rops, and oh, SDY! Called upon and delivers to close this gap. Twistzz has been magical. Concerned, the sound is there, the spray is too. He's got a second AK, and he hits Bit off the bomb. They have to run him down. Simple's posted. Twistzz, you've got no hope. No! No way! Magic from Van Delkin! Look what it's done to their mental. They were already tilted. He's just kicked them off the face of the planet.
That's a backbreaker right there from Twistzz. Trading into the site here, tooth and nail, Electronic with 2. They battle forward, Simple, they continue to tag. SDY gets them a double here with the M4, and it should have been enough. But Twistzz, he's been in this arena before, he's lifted this trophy before, and he wants to do it again.
The second AK, he just gets 2 bites of the cherry. I cannot comprehend how that reads 11-8. Look at their reactions. They play this game every day. They haven't seen that before. What is this?
Should have been able to handle it here, right? The first, yeah, he gets it through the smoke. Simple with the AWP, it's not the weapon for the job. A missed shot, it facilitates it. And the transfer onto SDY. Get out.
Okay. And that echoes into our next.
Doesn't it? It's going to be a 4-round lead here for FaZe unless NaVi can pull themselves back together, cobble together at least a couple of purchases with the loss bonus now starting to build. A scout, some deagles, some 5.7s. Pistol that's in vogue right here, but FaZe, remember, this is the map choice of NaVi now. They're undefeated in maps and spotted.
Whoa.
Simple with a big one on terrain.
I've never seen that as well. Looks like Simple not happy with how the last went down, wants to make it count on the scout.
Everyone's here.
They're conservative, and look, FaZe crumbling, run down. A half by NaVi, haven't taken a single point of damage. Look at this. 3 from the Perfecto pistol. And just when you think they're out, they pull themselves back in.
Look at the fans right there for NaVi. They know that's a massive round. It's their first round on the CT side. You just lose a 1-on-3, sure. Watch this. You want to come at us? We'll come at you with everything we got. Simple opens it up. And these pistols so pesky.
So gangster. Perfecto 3 when they needed him on the CT side.
And we just talk about the ramifications. Well, straight back at your FaZe. They're the ones with pistols in their pockets. This is the game of Counter-Strike we all signed up for. This is the one we deserve. The best 2 teams locking horns right now, and we're getting everything.
Bask in its glory. This only happens once. An appropriate Coliseum for this battle of champions.
Look at the upgrades from that.
Ooh, how does he hit the ding? Simple. Brought low, still hits the shot though.
This is only a P250 and 2 deagles. Right, Rain and Brokey are both very low. Whatever they can get done here is going to be a positive, but surely not a lot.
Shadows, spray, bit good for the double. Should be wrapped on up here unless karrigan's got something crazy, yeah. He's shut down and so NaVi. I cannot comprehend how quickly they screw their heads back on. I mean, you have to be a professional.
Talking about the tilt factor, right? NaVi evolved up, there he is again. Tizzy and back.
A lot of love for that guy in here.
But you're right, the fact that NaVi evolved, you think about they'd be bickering, they'd be arguing with each other. This time it's, all right, we'll half buy and we'll win.
Did they call a timeout? I think we went straight back in.
Yeah, well, I think they're more than happy to get this one underway. Guns out here, no AWP available, and forward is Simple, taking a shot, put on notice, and karrigan. This is the in-game leader trying to take the space. They flash to facilitate. Bit's in a bit of trouble here. Nobody wants to bite too hard on this.
Yeah, that incendiary allows Simple to stay posted. You can see he's concerned about long. They don't have any answers there. And just slinking in this 4-man wolf pack. Who is the alpha? Who leads the charge?
Remember, there's a timer on this. At one point, Simple will have to worry about long. Right now, they're using the clock in their favor. There's no rotation back to jump and spot that as Bit does start to make his way over. Simple to be smoked. It's a bit of a lurk front sight. He wanted to try and play around it, but this one doesn't have a gap. They can worm their way closer and boosting over. Simple thinking on his feet and on Bit's head. He's going to get the opening kill. Brokey down, and the opener here for NaVi.
That's lovely. Just thinking on the fly, and there's another one to be plucked as Simple. Connecting shots all over the shop. FaZe running into this AWP one at a time, and the whole squad is here in support. I see no way in. Neither does Simple. SDY falls, but still you have to get past the line drawn. by the GOAT. Another into the scope. Trying to find something as simple's racking him up. Get the ace! Denied as Robs tries his luck. Only 14 seconds. Just gonna jump into their jaws. Crossfire's established. NaVi's firm, stubborn, and down. 11-11.
I'm so impressed with the reaction time to that front side smoke. Simple calls for the boost immediately, Bit's there. He understands exactly what he needs to do. Because this boost here, if they don't get this, they're scaling so quick. And imagine if he misses. The players were just on the other side. They could have run them down. But Simple wards them away with the magic wand. And we tie things up.
They die to their own sword. You know, Bit's hidden in that smoke. Simple just poking out over the top. They are pushing. You saw karrigan's,
Yeah, impressed by that.
Oh, that's cool.
He's going to have a couple of those. Look, you have a couple of names here. Simple and Zywoo.
Oh.
They get their rounds. And when it happens, you shrug it off. You know what these individuals can whir into action. And again, FaZe just have to sit on these pistols.
Split-second decision-making, reacting to your opponent's next move.
The conversation now needs to begin, where do FaZe go on this T side, right? They can still start to get an ult for Brokey, lost bonus building, do the defaults, make sure you don't give up the opening kills by the book. But NaVi have been pretty fluid in these last couple, right? You've seen them show aggression, show stacks, and oh, there you go, there's a kill. Happy to just munch away on these. We got Simple up at 20 kills leading the server, but on the other side, Rain with 19. Oh, 21 now. 18 for Brokey. They both had a great showing on the first half, and the kills just keep on coming. Not too much of a resistance being put up from FaZe here.
And after the earth-shattering clutch.
Exactly right. You think of your Twistzz, and you have a round like that. You put NaVi at breaking point, as we saw by the type of buy. They realistically should be on 12 right now. And NaVi actually the first ones to get there. So Twistzz did a lot, but if that's the only way that they're going to be able to convert these T rounds, then you do have issues. Because remember, we had pistol, we had conversion, we had eco. And the Twistzz clutch to get 4 on the board for FaZe in this second half of play. FaZe, they played this map quite a lot, but they've only had it one time they've ever kept their opponent to, I think it's like less than 12 rounds. It's always a close affair for FaZe on a map like Overpass, maybe a reason. But NaVi picked this one, and aggression from Bit. He gets to stretch his legs. He gets to more than stretch his legs. He's in business class right now.
Yeah, and look at Twistzz. Does he really have the presence of mind to tap at the head? It's Bit that bests him. Twistzz had the crosshair in the right place, but Bit's just better. Stagnades find nothing.
They can take that position now because they think they've cleared it. So if NaVi want to trot forward, maybe a flash to facilitate a monster fight because karrigan's coming.
karrigan, blind, supported, but missed the shot. Brokey makes up for it with the one. But someone has to tip the scales further. They've got a full minute to work it out. Group puzzle solving.
Saw NaVi win a similar round in the first half and just staying stubborn over towards B, looking for fights. Who's going to overstep the mark next? Rob's being facilitated by the Brokey AWP, and Rain working up, dropping back into a retake setup, actually dropping back completely. It's just SDY and Perfecto here.
That's why you cut noise. Oh, Simple does find himself in the right place at the right time. Perfecto tapped away at Robs. Diligent. SDY next up on the chopping block. It's Simple's AWP from up the heavens. Brokey back turned and the bodies drop. In sync. There's that sinking feeling for FaZe. 3 rounds away from conceding their first map in IEM Cologne 2022.
Oh, there's a shoot.
Hang on. Someone's cooking up something for the celebrations. Should NaVi close out their map pick? A map pick that was, you know, avant-garde in some of our analysts' eyes.
I think the CT work that they've done in the 3 times that they've played this with SDY, they had the confidence here, right, to bring it to this map and know that they could put up a solid defense. But they did all the hard work on the T side. They did all the hard work on the T side. Now it's just about connecting the dots and confirming this map, taking us to Ancient at a 1-1. We do need an in-game leader, so... Here it is, a double shoey. This is technical. Very technical stuff.
Pink guy's German cousin.
FaZe are actually considering future rounds here. Brokey doing a bit of a simple. He's only kept the Deagle so he can get the AWP out into the next round to play. karrigan again, pepping the step, space taken, buying room for his team. And look at the pace on this guy.
Yeah, he's already got a lot of answers. I mean, he swept through with 0 to report.
Look at how much he's making rejig. Look at the radar. Look at all the blue dots just moving back and forth. They've left Perfecto pretty much on his lonesome here.
Yeah, just changing the moving and shaking the resources. And Rain's probably got a lot to say as he's got no contact. The nade's in. Perfecto. All that trajectory may betray his position. Rain's crosshairs there. He's trapped. Clears his corners. Perfecto has some support now, but the site is lost. We've got a 5v5 in our hands, and that bomb might go down before body dropped. Simple flips the script, and look at that, a flurry of frags out of NaVi. They strike in unison, puts Rops on the back foot, in retreat, tapping heads, can't post anything. And karrigan with the tut of his tongue accepts that 14 may be out of reach.
They really needed to get that bomb down there, did FaZe. The cash is going to be a little bit light on, but that's very well handled from NaVi. It looked like they were all in the wrong place at the wrong time, but the rotation back in. And what facilitated this was the lack of utility. I wanted to say that Perfecto, they couldn't really make him squirm. They only had flashes. Well, they couldn't make simple squirm either. They could not deny the vision towards heaven, and that's where God does his absolute best work. Okay, well, this is it for FaZe. I thought they were trying to get out the AWP on Brokey here, but no, it's rifles, 2 Galils, an AK, a couple of upgraded pistols. NaVi looking destined to be the team to take the map off of FaZe, the first team here in Cologne to do so.
There's a lot in the sky right now. Perfecto wants to return fire. An exchange of blows, all unconfirmed as space to be taken. karrigan. Caution to the wind as he rounds corners dry.
Again, late utility is an issue here, so going to have to do it with the bullets as NaVi continue to be active in this hunt for info. And simple. Oh, look at this, 24, likely 1 in 25, trying to get stylish with it.
NaVi, they got their foot on their throat right now.
And they're ahead of the rotation. SDY's on his way back.
A chance, but it's the AK of Brokey that does give him something to work with. He hasn't been able to get to the site. SDY is a problem. Perfecto is as well. So much resistance, so close here as FaZe into the site. Step 1 of many required if they want to post a 12 here. Look at the damage, wallbang down, sprayed on down. It's just a P250, what's the man to do? Dead silence from FaZe since that 1v3.
Remember how we got here? Remember the follow-up round. The 1v3, that was special. Twistzz won't forget that one, but
5-7
fight. Exactly. The low bite, 7 consecutive rounds since. And this is looking to close it out in a clean sheet. NaVi are going to be very happy with this. Yeah, we lose both pistols, and the scoreline is looking likely to be 16-11. Yeah, you can take that. That's more than happy. Finally, Brokey, that saving of the money, the investment's going to come through here, but this is the last opportunity for FaZe. They're about to bleed.
Yeah, evidence that FaZe can concede. And of course, it's NaVi that demonstrate. No better time than now in the grand finals to tie things up. A map apiece sets us up for one hell of a grand final. Is there anything left to be said from FaZe? Look at Simple, he has got new air of confidence about him. The Undertaker looking to tuck in 5 members of FaZe. You can see the tip of the head, they might run him down. He's getting info, he's so nimble, but karrigan with a golden gun takes down the golden boy. Brokey's set for success here.
Yeah, can they get it done without Simple? That's the question. Oh, had more than enough chances there, Brokey. Unaware, so glued. Flashed back, and NaVi, they have residual cash. They have so much money left over, so they can try and contest for this round. But look at what Electronic has called for the squad here. Get on over towards the B side. Monster smoked, likely to see either a boost or a crawl as they push on in towards the sewer position. As soon as Rops gets this information, they're so set that they think it's a B play. as I said, there's a lot of excess cash here. I don't know if you want to go for a retake now that both Bank and CT have been smoked. A couple of missed mollies, sure. Flash, 2 nades. Maybe they can deny the plant here.
Oh, they could with the nades. I think it's a little late. Gets it down, gets it done. Now, you've already mentioned that NaVi have the facilities to give it a go. Brokey already, though, onto Bit. NaVi might just have to accept that this one is going to slip away. FaZe demonstrate that they are not quite finished with this T-half. You will continue to have to work for this to show that FaZe can bleed.
Maybe Simple getting a bit ahead of himself there, right? You saw him just get sidelined by karrigan, and that was the round in itself, because we saw the way that they tried to rejig the defense. They made the wrong call. Like, it's clear to me that karrigan is having a fantastic read in a lot of these rounds and the way that we want to play the game. You think of that on Inferno as well. Whereas NaVi, it feels a bit more like brute force. Like, we'll punch you in the face, right? We'll win
Definitely.
a force buy, and then we'll leave you shocked for the next couple as you stumble around.
This is the shot. Look at that. Just a flash of Simple, well tracked. And that was the only kill necessary to get them into this site. This one's just, you know, some chump change on top. And Blade does once again request to be on the microphone. He just wants to remind his boys of what's at stake here.
You don't want to let it get out of control as well. The same kind of situation for FaZe when they were looking to close Inferno. You don't want to allow too many rounds back, because the confidence will build and they know they can go to overtime. You all caught that fancy little piece of FaZe on this exact map when Olaf was in the server. He truck and loves overtime, and I'm sure the rest of FaZe do too.
Well, that's the only way out on Overpass. 15 already in the bank. On the favored side. Demanded to find 3. It's a bit interesting.
Same aggression that Simple went for here. Stack nades are set up as well. Nobody home to receive these.
A deeper variation, trying to catch the player off of the boost.
I think Bit now knows he has a bit of room to breathe. Unlikely to have too many players coming his way when those nades sound out.
That's a setup, isn't it?
Simple looking to see if he can find a kill to give them an early indication. SDY trying to facilitate any pressure and presence over towards A with that flash. Bit is on his lonesome here. This is a gamble call from NaVi within the early stages. As soon as Bit starts to feel pressure, which he has to call over now, a rotation has to come. He's isolated.
Bit. It's a lot of responsibility on this 19-year-old. And he peeks straight on into the orb. Brokey. A quick walk in the park leads to an opening. FaZe start as they mean to go on and must go on if they want to remain undefeated in Cologne. The last of Rain's flashbangs. Twistzz as well, exhaust their supply. Nothing built upon immediately. NaVi starting to cheat players over, but it's a little too late. It requires Electronic. Oh, not sure. Didn't clear. Electronic still sprays into the one, but that's enough. FaZe twice with convincing T rounds, just as it looked like they didn't have a solution.
But Simple's coming. He's not saving. He's making his way over here. Already
He's talking a lot.
10 seconds past. The flash is available. Is this about limiting the guns? We had the same conversation in the first map of play, and he's out. He's made it through the smoke. They're not ready for this. The no-scope misses, and surely that's enough. karrigan again. 2 big kills. The in-game leader in back-to-back rounds with big impact here. We might not feel that impact immediately, but the fact they take away those guns now, as we get into what could be the final round to play, round 30, NaVi might not have a whole lot of cash to spend. The loss bonus is starting to build for them. The loss bonus, it doesn't matter for FaZe.
3, wow. Couple of more cracks in the NaVi machine.
Yeah, saw some nerves there in some of the sprays as well, right? It didn't look as crystal clear as it traditionally has. But the final timeout for NaVi called. You saw how proactive in the dying stages of the first half it got for FaZe. They were doing all those backyard pushes with the set smokes, team plays, looking for info as a unit. So far from NaVi, it was set up simple for a fight, then it was Bit going aggressive.
This guy's just working through his portfolio.
Should put his Twitter handle there if anybody wants to hire for a bit of the Photoshop. Can NaVi silence this now? The FaZe comeback.
Oh, let's find out, Chad. It could end any moment. A lot of damage for Twistzz to stomach. And it's a quick exchange. Bit reveals himself, but Brokey catches Electronic, towing the line a little too far. At the moment, it's an island for Perfecto. Abandoned. Oh, and not far off on the pot shot into the smoke. Brokey wants to maintain the advantage. He doesn't want to overstep the line. And that line, we saw Simple profit from it on the scout. Thinks better of it now.
The fact that those exchanges happen so early, FaZe can use the clock, the number advantage in their favor. Look at the util left over for an execute. Twistzz over towards A, has room to work with karrigan and connector. Robson, Brokey waiting for the re-aggress. Do NaVi go knocking for answers, or do they sit back on their haunches and think they can defend in a 3v4 situation for round number 16?
Yeah, you could see they were flustered. They thought the commit was coming. Simple, he burns his last smoke in just an underhand one-way. That time has passed, and FaZe continue just to pause.
They can send Twistzz forward here, right? You can sacrifice him. He's on low HP. You send him forward, see what he can find. If the AWP's there, if Bit's there, if the information is there for FaZe, the other three can knuckle down.
I love this from Twistzz. Why not? On the low HP, get your nades out. Bit of a fumble, but all the same, the presence is shown. And that was what it was about. Keeps NaVi scratching their heads, and very much so. Their limited numbers, even less now, as Perfecto once again on his B-site island. Simple scampering over to provide some degree of support. Spots out one. There's only two on the site, they scream. 2 maximum. Might change now, as with 15 seconds. FaZe, they need to get this bomb down. They're held at bay by the flame. Oh, what a connection! Brokey gets safe passage for the plant. Still Perfecto stubborn. He wants to end it here, and now 2-on-2. Decision-making, imperative. Trying to find an established crossfire. Perfecto trying to break on through. Partnered up with Bit, already 2 frags. Grouped onto karrigan, good info, good connection. And it falls to Brokey to force us into the 30th round. Or can Perfecto close? He's quite the clutcher, low HP, he did it once. Could he possibly do it again, Brokey? Keeps his cool.
Is there time? Is there time?
I think there is. I think there is, Chad. Again. Oh! He does it. Such low HP, and it doesn't matter who you are. Perfecto pulls NaVi into the equalizer in the grand finals. We tie things up. A valiant effort from FaZe. But this grand final is on like Donkey Kong. NaVi take the first map off of FaZe Clan. What no one has done before is now locked in.